Aussie gold hunter, 25, shares the dramatic highs and uncomfortable lows of life in the outback. Living in outback Australia, Tyler Mahoney has made a name for herself as a gold digger. The fourth-generation prospector followed in the footsteps of her parents to pursue a life in the mining town of Kalgoorlie, almost 600 kilometers east-northeast of Perth. Day of the life of a gold digger. The 25-year-old has always enjoyed the thrill of finding treasure, but there are downfalls to the mining job, including the lack of security. The amount of gold we find determines my paycheck, Tyler tells 7 Life in an exclusive interview. So if we aren't finding gold, I'm not getting paid, which can be hard, but it's a part of the game. It's either baked beans or lobster in the gold world. Growing up in a family of miners from an extremely remote town, Tyler has been chasing gold for most of her life. It's all I've ever known, she says. I have grown up in the bush and in the outback. My parents have taken us out prospecting trips to hunt for buried gold ever since I can remember. On school holidays, my friends were going to Bali while I spent it on cattle stations out of Leonora in Western Australia. Even as a kid, I loved searching for gold, and I was always attempting to do my own prospecting while we were out there. Highs of finding gold. After spending a significant amount of her childhood hunting for treasure, she became a gold prospector the day she was old enough to pursue the role on her own. I think I love chasing the highs of finding gold, and that lure of finding a big nugget always keeps me coming back, she says. Now I work full-time prospecting on my parents' leases outside of Kalgoorlie. A mining lease gives the holder the exclusive right to mine for minerals over a specific area of land. As a young woman working in a predominantly male industry, Tyler admits it's difficult to fit in with the crowd. Male-dominated job. Mining is very male-dominated, so it's hard work to get a place at the table, and even harder to be heard and respected when you're at the table, she says. If me and a male peer walk into the room, my male partner is often given respect, whereas for the most part I have to earn it, which is taxing. I am very grateful for the women before me who have helped give me confidence to back myself in the gold world, even when it is hard. The biggest gold nugget her family has ever found weighs 11 ounces, 311.8 grams, worth $90,000. My mom found that just close to Kalgoorlie on some of our tenements, and it's a great piece, she says. She says one of the biggest challenges she faces in the outback is safety. We are in very remote places, and both my mother and I have had men make us feel very uncomfortable. This is something that men often struggle to understand, Tyler explains. I don't want to deter women from working in the industry at all, but it's something men can be more aware of. Good and bad pockets. I've heard it said that, as a woman in mining, you have to find the good pockets in the industry, and while I understand where that has come from, I disagree. I think we need to change the bad pockets because myself and other women coming through deserve to walk into any pocket of the industry and feel safe and comfortable. Until that happens, we have to keep taking up space, keep being loud, and keep backing ourselves. She typically works grueling 10-hour shifts in scorching weather. My hours change every day, she says. At home, if I am prospecting with mom and dad, we start around 6 a.m. and finish around 4 p.m. in winter, but those hours get a lot shorter in summer. All kinds of conditions. We work in all kinds of conditions. Prospecting the outback of Western Australia brings really hot and dry summers, which make working quite difficult. I have also prospected all around the world, including the hot, humid jungle, the high altitude of the Andes, and the freezing cold and dark Alaska. If gold was in the easiest of places, everyone would be finding it. Tyler says one of the hottest places she's ever done prospecting was Halls Creek in the Kimberley region. It hit high 40 degrees Celsius while we were there, she says. Day in the life. She recently returned home to Australia after spending her summer working as a mine manager in Alaska. We worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week, she says. My days consist of loader operating, detecting, researching with old maps and online systems, book work, legal work, finding new ground, fixing the wash plant if needed, gold cleanups, sourcing new parts, troubleshooting, content creating, filming for TV, and more. The hands-on job has taught her plenty of personal and professional skills. I have learned so many skills like resilience, hard work, and backing myself in hard situations, she says. Job-specific skills include navigation, reading the ground, surviving in the bush, driving heavy equipment, and so much more.